everybody, it's PokeKellz here.
And I'm Alex.
You've been voting for the past week and a half for a brand new show to appear on our channel, and we're proud to present it today. Welcome to the Dex versus Kelly versus Alex.
For today's themed battle, we're gonna do Red versus Blue, the classic trainers from the original games as they appear in the Black and White 2 PWT. Now, I went an extra step and added a little extra challenge for myself and used the actual moves that Blue uses on his Pokemon in the games. Yeah, what?
That's not fair. I used my own movesets and strategies and stuff. I wanted to be competitive in the real world.
I just thought I'd add a little extra challenge for myself.
Alright, good luck.
Alright, also, we're gonna be at Anime Expo today from about 1 to the end of the day, so come check us out there too.
Come say hi. We love to say hi to our people that like our show, and it's really awesome to meet everybody.
Yep.
And also a big thank you to Nicholas, who has sent us these cool Last of Us shirts, which I'm wearing right now. They sent one to both of us, but I'm wearing one.
It would be weird if we were wearing the same shirt for this.
That's very true. We've also got a couple more bits of X and Y news that just came out. New Pokemon called Honedge, who is a sword-looking Pokemon that is a steel ghost type, and the region has been confirmed that it is based off of France, even though we all kind of knew that already.
So if you want to see more of that, go over to the Pokemon YouTube channel. Otherwise, without any further ado, here's the first episode of the Dex Versus, and it starts
right now.
Alright, right off the bat, I am just trying to decide which Pokemon of these ones that I want to choose to send out against hers. And so I was a little hesitant, but I ended up sending out Alakazam because I thought maybe he could be he could set up Reflect and counter, because I didn't really know what moves she had.
I like to send out a highly defensive Pokemon on my first turn because it can take pretty much whatever the opponent sends out, and Blastoise is known as a really effective rapid spinner, so if he had sent out his Aerodactyl, which often has Stealth Rock, then I could have rapid spinned it away and caught that away. So I just opened with Rain Dance.
I figured, why don't I just try and hit her? I wanted to see what the stats were. I literally was going totally blind, so I went with Psychic just for stab to see what the deal was. And so I did that, and I don't know. I'm using the original move, so a lot of these Pokemon aren't planned out in a way that is conducive to me. So she switched, and I think I also decided to just go for it and try and knock her out with Focus Blast because the ice fighting weakness. But of course it missed.
Which is awesome for me, letting me set up a Dragon Dance, which kind of gets Lapras to be a little bit more sturdy and a little bit faster so that she can give more heavy hits, and then that Rain Dance boosts the water type attacks. And
but I was still faster, and you guys.
That's true. Very true. And then what was next?
I actually really did well, for the first bit of this.
Yeah, he really does kick my butt in the first beginning because I made a huge mistake. I don't know if it's now or if it's in a second, but when I sent out my Snorlax, it was a very bad mistake. Don't do what I did.
Unless you're fighting me, in which case, do it so that I may beat you.
Okay, yeah, I have Venusaur. My Venusaur's aim was to kind of absorb more hits and annoy. I'm really into big defense on my team.
And I'm thinking, oh crud, poison. So I switched out to a Champ. Yeah, I immediately got put to sleep. So I was like, to hell with this.
I set up Sleep Powder so that I could also set up a Sword Stance and boost Venusaur's attack and speed, just attack 2 stages, of course. But then, of course, it sent out Arcanine, which is not going to be good for my Venusaur. So at this point I changed, and I think this is where I put the Snorlax. I have a hard time deciding which Pokemon to use next.
I just went with Flare Blitz because no duh.
Okay, right. I tried to send out Charizard to resist fire attacks. That's what I was expecting.
And I luckily have Wild Charge on here, so I nailed it with that.
And that was something I definitely was not expecting.
Yeah, and this Arcanine is actually a physical Arcanine, which is the opposite of what we said to do on the Dex. But I mean, a lot of people do use physical Arcanines, and so I lucked out there in a complete way. And then here's
my huge mistake.
There's no way that she knew I had close combat, but this is pretty funny.
I mean, Snorlax is a really, really awesome Pokemon because he can absorb so many hits, and usually his defense is so high. And I thought, hey, I'm gonna use Rest and Sleep Talk, Curse to boost the stats. Had this whole plan, but of course that's not gonna happen now because little Snorlax he's gone. So Blastoise again because of the type advantage and the high defense.
So I thought maybe I'll try Wild Charge again, not thinking really about the defense because it's weird not to play with your own team, but I tried it out and I don't think it did very well.
No, because Blastoise defenses are super up there, and so I was just trying to get back to a place where I could maybe get that Arcanine out of here. So luckily, I was expecting a switch there, which is why I used Ice Beam. I thought he was going to switch to somebody who I could hit, and I thought that had the most type coverage. So,
goddamn, look at this. I'm literally like doing pretty good right now.
Yeah, man.
This Pikachu blows me away because look, I use extreme speed. Pikachu outspeeds me. I die.
Very, very excited about that.
Red's Pikachu freaking making a name for himself, and I choose this because of the lightning resistance.
Did you know that in the Pokemon World Tournament, Red's Pikachu can be a girl or a boy, but if you fight him on Mount Silver, it's always a boy? So I chose random here, and I got a girl Pikachu, which is, cool, whatever. But first time I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, is
Crazy.
Pikachu a girl the whole time?
Here comes Woodhammer from Executor. It's a really powerful stab move for him. I would never use an Executor for any reason.
The Pikachu was hard to decide a moveset on because he's really not in the same class as any of these guys, and so that's why I chose the Hidden Power Ice and the Extreme Speed, because I thought I just need things that are either going to outspeed or be super effective on types that are going to wipe me out. I didn't think that he was going to survive for very long.
Now I'm looking at my moves here, and I threw out Aerodactyl because we hadn't seen Aerodactyl yet, and I think that maybe she was going to get thrown off by my Aerodactyl. Luckily, for some reason, his has Fire Blast. He's like a total physical attacker, but he has Fire Blast. But of course, I miss.
Trying to get my Venusaur a little bit more bulked up. It's got Black Sludge for health and Leech Seeds, so that it doesn't go down easy. And then of course it has those high defenses.
Now Aerodactyl was choiced, and I literally used Fire Blast, and it did diddly because he's like totally EV'd in attack. And then I forgot this dude was asleep, which was annoying. And I don't even know if this guy got to do anything.
Yeah, Venusaur kind of brought it back a little bit. Definitely saved my butt there.
Venusaur is so good in OU, you guys. Like, real talk, he's so good.
This Venusaur has Overgrow, which is not the normal ability. You really want a Dream World ability, Chlorophyll, which doubles its speed in sunlight. But I chose Rain Dance over Sunny Day because I thought that it would help out a little bit more with my team. I threw in either way, really.
I threw in Gyarados here to kind of curb that like double attack boost there, and Ice Fang's pretty good.
I wish that Power Whip had just gotten you. It was so close.
This is the worst part right here, because I lose Gyarados right after this, I think, right? But I thought that I was gonna sweep because I'm used to using my Gyarados, which has Moxie, which like gets attack boost every time he dies,
right.
Every time he knocks somebody out, and so I was like ready to like go on a roll here, and I like forgot that I didn't have it, and I used Outrage, and it just was like a terrible mistake. But now I'm feeling pretty confident going in with Alakazam.
And I'm on my last leg here, 17%. I haven't got really anything that's super effective against Alakazam, so I'm just going with the best move that I can at this point. But It doesn't even matter because I'm not fast enough to outspeed him. So
in this version of it,
congratulations, Blue.
Alex wins. Blue wins. Alex is the best.
Evil prevails.